Never outshine the master. It sounds paranoid, manipulative, maybe even immoral. But what if ignoring that single sentence has already cost you promotions, influence, and opportunities? In the 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene isn't giving polite advice about leadership. He's arguing something far more uncomfortable. Power is always present, always strategic, and most people lose because they pretend it isn't. This isn't a book about becoming evil. It's a book about understanding the rules that have shaped politics, business, war, and relationships for centuries. Greene draws from figures like Niccolo Machiavelli, Napoleon Bonaparte, and Queen Elizabeth I to show that power follows patterns, whether we admit it or not. In this deep dive, we won't just list the 48 laws. We'll decode the psychology behind them, analyze where they work, where they backfire, and what they mean in a world of social media, corporate hierarchies, and digital reputations. Who will love this book? Entrepreneurs, ambitious professionals, leaders, strategists. Who might hate it? Idealists who believe the world should be fair and refuse to see that it often isn't. If you want to win without being naive, this is worth your time. Robert Greene wrote the 48 Laws of Power after working over 50 different jobs, from Hollywood assistant to magazine editor. He observed something consistent. Talent wasn't enough. The people who rose to the top understood power dynamics instinctively. Published in 1998 during the hyper-competitive rise of Wall Street culture, Silicon Valley ambition, and political media strategy, the book reflected a world becoming more openly strategic and image-driven. But its lessons draw heavily from ancient strategists like Machiavelli and Sun Tzu, proving that power hasn't changed, only the stage has. Today, in the age of LinkedIn branding, influencer culture, and corporate politics, these laws feel even more relevant. Key terms: power, the ability to influence outcomes and control perception; reputation, the invisible currency that shapes trust and authority; strategy, long-term calculated action, not emotional reaction. At its core, the 48 Laws of Power is a study of strategic behavior. The main theme is simple but uncomfortable. Power is a game, and whether you choose to play or not, you are still part of it. Greene organizes the book into 48 distinct laws, each drawn from historical figures, political leaders, generals, and court strategists. Some laws teach caution, conceal your intentions. Others teach offense, crush your enemy totally. Together, they form a framework for understanding influence, manipulation, dominance, and survival. The book isn't asking you to become ruthless for the sake of cruelty. It's teaching you to recognize patterns of control, ego, deception, timing, and perception that shape human interaction. Ultimately, this book tries to teach one thing: if you don't understand power, you will be controlled by those who do. In this video, we won't go through all 48 laws. Why? Because trying to cover all of them in detail would turn this into a 3-hour lecture, and honestly, that's a lot to take in at once. Instead, we've selected 15 of the most powerful, practical laws, the ones you'll see again and again in the real world, in workplaces, politics, startups, social media, and even friendships. These 15 laws are like the core operating system of power. Learn them well and you'll understand how influence, strategy, and human behavior really work. We'll break down each one with examples, modern applications, and lessons you can actually use, not just historical stories. Law 1. Never outshine the master. Most people believe that showing your full talent is the fastest way to success, but this chapter flips that belief completely. What if your intelligence, ambition, and brilliance are exactly what make powerful people feel threatened? In this chapter, the author explains that you must never make your superior feel insecure. The main argument is that people in power need to feel competent and dominant. Outshining them creates fear and resentment. The key concept here is managing ego above you. Beneath the surface, this chapter is about ego psychology. It's not about suppressing talent, it's about understanding that insecurity drives behavior. When someone's status feels threatened, logic disappears. What Green is pointing to is a deeper truth. Power is emotional, not rational. In real life, this shows up in the workplace. Imagine correcting your boss publicly to look smart. Instead of earning respect, you create silent resentment. Applying this law means making your boss look good while quietly building your influence behind the scenes. Today, in a world of LinkedIn achievements and public branding, outshining superiors happens instantly online. Social visibility increases risk. Managing upward perception now requires digital awareness, not just office politics. This chapter may oversimplify leadership. Strong leaders aren't threatened by talent. The advice works best under insecure bosses, but not every authority figure operates from ego fragility. If you remember one thing, protect your ambition by protecting your superior's ego. Law 2. Conceal your intentions. Most people believe transparency builds trust, but this chapter flips that belief completely. What if revealing your plans too early gives others time to block, sabotage, or manipulate you? In this chapter, the author explains that keeping your true intentions hidden gives you strategic advantage. The main argument is that unpredictability creates power. By controlling information, you control outcomes. Beneath the surface, this chapter is about information asymmetry. Humans fear uncertainty. When people cannot predict you, they hesitate. Power often belongs to the person who knows more while revealing less. In the workplace, announcing career moves too early invites resistance. Instead of declaring your strategy, quietly build skills and alliances before making your move. In 2026, oversharing on social media makes concealment harder. Digital footprints expose intentions instantly. Total secrecy can damage trust. In collaborative environments, transparency is sometimes necessary. Control information, and you control leverage. Law 3. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. What if your reputation enters the room before you do and decides your fate before you speak? In this chapter, the author argues that reputation is the cornerstone of power. It acts as both shield and weapon. A strong reputation intimidates competitors and attracts allies. The key concept is perception management. This chapter is about social psychology. Humans rely on shortcuts when judging others. Once labeled as competent, dangerous, trustworthy, or unreliable, that perception shapes every interaction. Reputation becomes self-reinforcing, positive or negative. In the U.S. workplace, promotions often depend on perception as much as performance. A consistent reputation for reliability or strategic thinking can accelerate your career. Conversely, one viral mistake online can damage years of work. In 2026, digital footprints are permanent. Reviews, screenshots, and algorithms amplify reputational shifts instantly. Guarding your name requires constant awareness. Overmanaging reputation can lead to inauthentic behavior. Real credibility must be supported by actual competence. Your reputation is your invisible currency. Protect it relentlessly. Law 4. Court attention at all costs. Most people believe that good work speaks for itself, but this chapter challenges that assumption. What if invisibility, not incompetence, is the real reason people stay overlooked? In this chapter, the author explains that attention is power. The main argument is that being ignored is more dangerous than being criticized. By standing out, even controversially, you remain relevant. The key concept is visibility as leverage. Beneath the surface, this chapter is about human attention economics. People gravitate toward what is dramatic, bold, or emotionally stimulating. Power flows toward those who occupy mental space. If no one notices you, you have no influence. In today's workplace or creator economy, visibility matters. The employee who communicates wins publicly often advances faster than the quiet performer. On social media, bold positioning builds audience faster than safe neutrality. In 2026, attention is currency. Algorithms reward controversy and personality. However, attention can also backfire if it damages long-term credibility. Seeking attention recklessly can destroy reputation. Not all visibility is beneficial. Strategic exposure is wiser than constant self-promotion. Invisibility is weakness. Visibility creates opportunity. Law 5. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Most people believe hard work alone guarantees success. But what if the real skill is leveraging other people's effort? In this chapter, the author argues that wise leaders conserve energy by using others' skills and labor. The main argument is that power grows when you orchestrate rather than execute. The key concept is strategic delegation. This law is about leverage. Time and energy are limited resources. Powerful figures scale their impact by directing talent instead of exhausting themselves. Influence multiplies when you position yourself as the strategist, not the worker. In entrepreneurship, founders build teams instead of doing everything themselves. In corporate environments, managers who delegate effectively advance faster than those who micromanage every task. In 2026, automation, AI, and outsourcing amplify leverage. However, transparency culture makes credit stealing more visible and risky. Celebrating a success based on someone else's work damages trust over time. Sustainable leadership balances recognition with authority. Leverage other people's strengths, but manage perception carefully. Law 6. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Most people think independence is strength, but this chapter flips that belief completely. What if the surest way to secure your influence is to make others rely on you, not just respect you? In this chapter, the author explains that creating dependency ensures loyalty and protection. The main argument is that power grows when people cannot function without you. The key concept is strategic indispensability, becoming someone others cannot replace easily. Beneath the surface, this law is about leverage psychology. Humans naturally gravitate towards security and certainty. By being the source of skills, knowledge, or resources, you control outcomes indirectly. Influence isn't about force, it's about necessity. In the workplace, specialists who solve problems no one else can are hard to replace. Entrepreneurs who control a unique resource or network retain long-term advantage. Even in friendships, being reliable for guidance increases social influence. In 2026, AI and automation reduce human dependency in many areas. To remain indispensable, focus on unique creativity, strategic thinking, and relational influence, things machines cannot replace. Overdependence can create resentment. Ethical leaders balance indispensability with empowerment, ensuring people grow while still valuing your contribution. The more others need you, the more secure your power becomes. Law 7. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest. Most people think appealing to kindness or friendship is enough to get support, but this chapter flips that belief. What if people are motivated far more by what benefits them than by altruism? In this chapter, Green explains that appeals based on self-interest are far more effective than appeals to pity or loyalty. The main argument is framing requests around what others gain ensures cooperation. The key concept is strategic alignment of interests. This law is rooted in human psychology. People naturally prioritize their survival, reputation, and advantage. Requests framed around others' benefits activate motivation and reduce resistance. Power flows when you understand and leverage incentives instead of relying on emotional pleas. In business, framing proposals in terms of ROI or personal gain secures buy-in faster. At work, aligning requests with a manager's goals improves results. Even in social settings, showing someone how helping you benefits them increases likelihood of cooperation. In 2026, transparency makes motives visible. People can detect self-interest disguised poorly as altruism. Appeals must be genuine, well-structured, and clearly mutually beneficial. Overemphasis on self-interest can appear manipulative. Long-term relationships require balancing mutual gain with authenticity. Frame requests around what others gain. Self-interest motivates action far more than appeals to goodwill. Law 8. Crush your enemy totally. Most people believe leaving a small opponent alive is merciful or strategic, but this chapter flips that belief completely. What if half measures allow resentment to fester and eventually destroy you? Green explains that partial defeat of an enemy leaves them alive to retaliate. The main argument is that power is secured by total elimination of threats, whether through direct action, strategy, or neutralization. The key concept is decisive and irreversible action against opposition. Beneath the surface, this law is about psychology and risk. Unfinished conflicts breed grudges, revenge, and ongoing instability. Power is not just about dominance, it's about eliminating lingering variables that can undermine you in the future. In business, decisive moves like acquiring a competitor or resolving legal disputes fully prevent long-term setbacks. In personal life, ending toxic relationships completely avoids ongoing conflict. Half measures often create recurring problems that drain energy and focus. In 2026, extreme retaliation can backfire publicly due to social media exposure and reputational risk. Total elimination may be symbolic rather than literal, focusing on closing loopholes or removing threats strategically. The law can feel ruthless. It may not suit collaborative or ethical contexts. Overuse risks isolation and backlash. Its power lies in timing and proportionality. Resolve threats completely. Lingering enemies are more dangerous than confrontation itself.
Law 9. Concentrate your forces. Most people believe spreading themselves across multiple projects or opportunities increases success, but Green challenges this notion. What if scattering your energy dilutes your power and real influence comes from focus? In this chapter, Green explains that power grows when resources, attention, and effort are concentrated on a single front. The main argument is that dispersing energy weakens impact and leaves you vulnerable. The key concept is strategic focus, putting all your strength where it matters most. Beneath the surface, this law is about leverage and momentum. Human attention is limited. By concentrating on one initiative, you maximize force and create visible dominance. Green highlights that scattered efforts rarely yield transformative results. Power is built where energy converges, not spreads thin. In business, focus your resources on a single high-impact project instead of multiple mediocre ones. In careers, prioritize one skill or goal to achieve mastery. On social media, commit to a niche rather than general content to gain authority and influence faster. In 2026, multitasking and constant digital notifications encourage diffusion of attention. Applying concentrated focus requires deliberate boundaries and prioritization to produce meaningful impact in work and life. While focus is powerful, over-concentration risks missing emerging opportunities. A balance between strategic focus and adaptability ensures growth without tunnel vision. Power multiplies when you focus your energy. Scatter it, and your influence diminishes. Law 10. Plan all the way to the end. Most people act impulsively, believing they can adapt as challenges arise. But Green flips this assumption. What if failing to foresee consequences leaves your power fragile and easily overturned?
In this chapter, Green emphasizes that successful people anticipate every step from start to finish. The main argument is that foresight prevents surprises, mistakes, and unintended consequences. The key concept is strategic planning, envisioning outcomes and contingencies before taking action. Beneath the surface, this law is about mental simulation and control. Humans underestimate complexity and overestimate spontaneity. By mapping potential obstacles and reactions, you reduce uncertainty and increase leverage. Power flows to those who can see the finish line when others only focus on the present. In business, plan projects with clear milestones, risks, and exit strategies. In careers, anticipate possible obstacles and decisions for promotions or negotiations. In relationships, think through consequences of your actions to avoid unnecessary conflict or misunderstandings. In 2026, rapid technological changes and volatile markets make long-term planning challenging. Flexibility is essential, but having a clear end goal provides direction and protects against impulsive missteps. Overplanning can lead to rigidity or analysis paralysis. The law works best when combined with adaptability, allowing strategic foresight without freezing action. Always visualize the end game. Foresight transforms uncertainty into control and ensures your actions lead to victory. Law 11. Control the options. Most people believe freedom is choosing from many alternatives, but Green flips that belief. What if true power comes not from having choices yourself, but from limiting the options available to others, forcing them to act within your framework? In this chapter, Green explains that giving people controlled choices makes them feel empowered, while you retain actual control. The main argument is that structured choices manipulate outcomes in your favor. The key concept is strategic option setting, guiding decisions without overt force. Beneath the surface, this law is about psychological leverage. Humans crave agency, but when presented with only favorable alternatives, they unknowingly play into your strategy. Power grows when you engineer the decision-making environment rather than relying on persuasion alone. In negotiations, present two options, both advantageous to you, so the other party feels they are choosing freely. In management, guide team members towards solutions that align with your vision. Even in social situations, framing choices subtly can influence outcomes without confrontation. In 2026, rapid technological changes and volatile markets make long-term planning challenging. Flexibility is essential, but having a clear end goal provides direction and protects against impulsive missteps. Overplanning can lead to rigidity or analysis paralysis. The law works best when combined with adaptability, allowing strategic foresight without freezing action. Always visualize the end game. Foresight transforms uncertainty into control and ensures your actions lead to victory. Law 12. Discover each person's thumbscrew. Most people believe relationships succeed through trust, kindness, or negotiation, but Green challenges that idea. What if everyone has a vulnerability, desire, or secret that, once understood, gives you strategic leverage? Green explains that people's motivations, fears, and weaknesses are keys to influence. The main argument is that discovering these thumbscrews allows you to guide decisions, anticipate reactions, and gain advantage. The key concept is psychological leverage, using insight into human nature to operate effectively. Beneath the surface, this law is about observation and empathy, not manipulation alone. Humans unconsciously reveal desires and fears through words, actions, and habits. Recognizing these patterns allows you to predict behavior, strengthen alliances, and protect yourself from being exploited. Knowledge here is power. In business negotiations, identifying a client's priorities or pain points helps close deals more effectively. At work, understanding what motivates colleagues or managers guides collaboration. In social settings, recognizing emotional triggers fosters better communication and influence without overt coercion. In 2026, digital footprints and social media make discovering motivations easier, but also risk overexposure. Ethical discernment is essential when applying this law. Everyone has a weakness or desire. Understanding it allows you to influence outcomes and navigate relationships strategically. Law 13. Master the art of timing. Most people act impulsively, thinking opportunity favors speed alone. But Green flips this assumption. What if knowing when to act and when to wait is more powerful than acting quickly or boldly every time? Green explains that timing is a critical element of power. The main argument is that patience, observation, and strategic delays can amplify impact, while hasty actions often backfire. The key concept is synchronization, aligning your moves with circumstances and human behavior to maximize influence. Beneath the surface, this law is about understanding rhythms, patterns, and human psychology. People are more receptive at the right moment. Markets, relationships, and conflicts have natural peaks and lulls. Recognizing these allows you to strike decisively or wait until conditions favor success.
In business, launch products when demand is highest or competitors are weak. In negotiations, present proposals when counterparts are most receptive. In social or professional interactions, wait for the optimal moment to speak or act, increasing influence and minimizing resistance. In 2026, rapid information flow and instant communication create pressure to act immediately. Patience and strategic timing now require discipline and digital awareness. Master timing. The right action at the right moment creates influence far greater than rushed or premature efforts. Law 14. Work on hearts and minds. Most people think persuasion comes from logic, rules, or force, but Green flips that assumption. What if the true way to gain loyalty and influence is by appealing directly to people's emotions and desires rather than their reasoning alone? Green explains that influencing others is most effective when you capture their hearts before their minds. The main argument is that emotional appeal fosters loyalty, cooperation, and long-term support. The key concept is psychological influence, shaping behavior by connecting with feelings, identity, and subconscious drives. Beneath the surface, this law is about human nature. People rationalize decisions after emotions guide them. Logic alone rarely motivates action. Aligning your message with desires, fears, or aspirations creates genuine engagement. Power grows when people follow you willingly, not out of obligation or fear. In leadership, inspire your team by framing goals around shared vision and values. In marketing, tap into emotional triggers that resonate with your audience. In personal relationships, understanding motivations and showing empathy strengthens influence without coercion. In 2026, digital communication often reduces emotional cues. Leaders must consciously craft messages that appeal emotionally while maintaining authenticity to avoid distrust. Win hearts first. When people feel connected, they follow willingly, making your influence stronger and more lasting. Law 15. Assume formlessness. Most people cling to rigid plans, routines, or identities, believing structure ensures success. But Green challenges this assumption. What if adaptability and unpredictability are the ultimate forms of power, allowing you to survive and thrive in any situation? Green explains that fixed strategies make you vulnerable to attack or obsolescence. The main argument is that by remaining fluid, changing tactics, persona, and approach as needed, you remain uncatchable and maintain leverage. The key concept is formlessness, the ability to adapt continuously. Beneath the surface, this law is about flexibility and resilience. Human behavior, markets, and relationships are unpredictable.
Rigid attachment to a single identity or plan limits opportunity. True power comes from being like water, shaping yourself to fit circumstances and exploiting openings as they arise. In careers, be willing to pivot roles or strategies as industries evolve. In negotiations, adjust tactics based on counterpart behavior. Online and social media presence should evolve with trends and audiences. Personal growth requires shedding rigid expectations to seize new opportunities. In 2026, rapid technological and social changes reward flexibility. Those resistant to change risk irrelevance, while adaptability becomes a key competitive advantage. The illusion versus reality of power. The illusion. We are often told that success comes from hard work, good intentions, and motivation. Society glorifies the idea that if you are ambitious, ethical, and diligent, opportunities will naturally follow. Motivational speeches, self-help books, and business coaches reinforce this belief. Talent plus effort equals success. Many people assume that competence alone guarantees influence or authority, and that fair play will be rewarded. This illusion creates a sense of comfort, a belief that the world operates on meritocracy, fairness, and rationality. You might think that doing your job well, staying honest, and treating people kindly is enough to advance. It feels intuitive. The stronger your character, the greater your results. Many summaries of the 48 Laws of Power stop here, leaving viewers with the impression that understanding power is optional or just historical context.
The reality. Green argues something far more radical. Motivation and good intentions are unreliable. Power is not awarded to the morally upright. It is captured, negotiated, and defended through strategy. Human behavior is driven as much by ego, perception, envy, and fear as by rationality. The mechanisms are simple but often ignored. Perception over reality. People respond to what they believe about you, not necessarily who you are. A minor misstep can overshadow years of achievement. Emotional triggers. Insecurity, ambition, and desire dictate decisions. Friends can betray, allies can abandon, and superiors can resent success, all regardless of fairness. Patterns and leverage. Historical examples in the book show that power follows predictable patterns. Conceal intentions, manage reputation, and control the narrative. Those who fail often ignore these dynamics, assuming honesty or diligence alone is enough. In short, the world is less about meritocracy and more about strategic positioning, timing, and manipulation. Motivation alone cannot protect you from people who understand these dynamics. The hidden layer. Here's what most summaries miss. The book isn't telling you to be ruthless or immoral. It's revealing the hidden architecture of human interaction. Understanding these laws doesn't mean you must exploit everyone. It means you can navigate a world that already operates this way. Ethical leverage. You can apply these laws without violating your values. For instance, mastering perception, Law 5, guard your reputation, allows you to project competence and trustworthiness without deceit. Anticipating behavior. Insecurity, ambition, and desire in others lets you avoid traps, negotiate better, and protect your goals. Strategic patience. Power is often incremental. Timing, calculated silence, and selective generosity, Law 12, can yield outsized results over impulsive effort. The hidden layer is that power is a game of awareness. Success comes not from naive motivation, but from understanding the rules, patterns, and psychology that govern influence, and then acting intentionally. This transforms ambition from a hopeful effort into a predictable strategy. Key lessons from the top 15 laws of power. 1. Protect authority and reputation. Laws 1 and 3 show that respecting superiors and guarding your reputation builds long-term credibility. Example:
In the workplace, avoid public criticism of your boss and consistently deliver quality work to maintain trust and visibility. 2. Strategic secrecy and planning. Laws 2, 10, and 11 emphasize controlling information and planning ahead. Example, when negotiating a business deal, keep your intentions discreet, outline your goals, and structure options to guide outcomes in your favor. 3. Leverage others' efforts. Law 5 teaches that using others' skills or work amplifies impact. Example, a startup founder delegates specialized tasks to team members but ensures credit and recognition are framed strategically, boosting both morale and results. 4. Build dependence and appeal to self-interest. Laws 6 and 7 highlight creating value others cannot easily replace and appealing to self-interest. Example, a manager becomes indispensable by solving problems no one else can, while aligning team goals with individual motivations. 5. Decisiveness and bold action. Laws 8 and 9 encourage focused effort and eliminating threats. Example, a company strategically exits a failing market entirely rather than partially investing, concentrating resources where they yield the highest returns. 6. Master timing and influence. Laws 13 and 14 show that patience and emotional intelligence matter more than brute force. Example, in politics or social campaigns, launching initiatives when public sentiment is favorable increases success. Framing messages to resonate emotionally gains allies. 7. Adaptability and resilience. Law 15 stresses formlessness. Example, in rapidly evolving industries like tech or social media, professionals who pivot strategies, embrace change, and adjust their personal brand remain relevant and influential. 8. Overall takeaway. Power is not just about strength or effort. It's about strategy, perception, timing, influence, and adaptability. Mastering these principles allows Americans in careers, politics, and social networks to gain leverage while navigating complex modern dynamics effectively. Practical application of the top 15 laws of power. Applying these laws effectively requires strategic thinking, awareness, and subtlety. 1. Workplace. Protect superiors' egos, Law 1. Guard your reputation, Law 3. And concentrate your efforts on high-impact projects, Law 9. Use colleagues' expertise to amplify results, Law 5, while keeping yourself indispensable, Law 6. Avoid oversharing plans, Law 2, and plan all the way to the end to prevent setbacks, Law 10. 2. Negotiation and influence. Appeal to self-interest, Law 7. Control options, Law 11, and understand others' motivations or vulnerabilities, Law 12. Use timing, Law 13, and emotional appeal, Law 14, to gain cooperation. Bold, decisive action, Laws 8 and 28, ensures opportunities are seized without hesitation. 3. Social and personal life. Maintain visibility and presence, Law 4, but remain adaptable and unpredictable, Law 15. Avoid letting relationships or situations control you. Instead, remain fluid to navigate changing circumstances. Mistakes to avoid. Overexposure, arrogance, half measures, or ethical shortcuts can backfire. Misreading personalities or acting impulsively risks trust and influence. By implementing these laws thoughtfully, you can increase influence, protect yourself from manipulation, and achieve strategic outcomes in modern American workplaces, social networks, and everyday interactions. Critical analysis. Strengths. The 48 Laws of Power is a masterclass in understanding human behavior, influence, and strategy. Green's strongest point is his ability to distill centuries of political, military, and social examples into actionable laws. He exposes patterns of power that most people ignore, showing that success is not just about talent or morality, It's about perception, timing, and strategic awareness. For ambitious professionals, entrepreneurs, or leaders, this book provides tools to navigate complex hierarchies, anticipate manipulation, and protect themselves from exploitation. Limitations. The book's historical examples often glorify ruthless behavior, which can make it seem Machiavellian. Some laws may feel outdated or extreme in modern collaborative and ethical environments. Green assumes self-interest dominates human interaction, which overlooks cultures, workplaces, or teams where trust and collective goals are primary. Additionally, some advice, like crush your enemy totally, may be impractical or harmful if applied literally in contemporary social or professional contexts. The unique insight. The real value isn't in blind adherence to the laws, it's in awareness and adaptation. Recognizing these dynamics allows readers to protect themselves, make strategic choices, and influence outcomes without necessarily acting immorally. In 2026, where digital visibility and social networks amplify both influence and risk, Green's lessons are more about navigating perception than promoting ruthlessness. The conclusion and action. Here's a rapid-fire summary of the top 5 takeaways from the 15 laws we analyzed. 1. Protect your reputation and authority, Laws 1 and 3. 2. Concentrate your energy and plan strategically, Laws 9 and 10. 3. Use psychological leverage, understand motives, desires, and weaknesses, Laws 7, 12, and 14. 4. Act decisively and boldly, but with timing, Laws 8 and 13. And 5. Remain adaptable and formless to navigate change, Law 15. The One Thing Challenge. This week, pick one law to practice daily. For example, focus on Law 4, court attention at all costs. Make yourself visible strategically, share ideas, take initiative, and let key stakeholders notice your contributions. Track the results and observe how influence shifts. Call to action. Power is a combination of perception, strategy, and awareness. Start small, apply thoughtfully, and watch how intentional actions create influence. By mastering these principles, you can navigate social, professional, and digital landscapes more effectively while staying ethical and deliberate.